facing emotions as pathways to inner strength in times of global turbulence. We are often bombarded in times of global turbulence. We are often bombarded with bad news, stirring worry, anger, and anxiety. Many people have already realized that, when facing these tough conditions, mental health is just as essential as physical health. They naturally seek ways to overcome such challenges. Before diving into methods to improve mood, however, I often remind people that negative emotions like fear and worry are actually mechanisms that help humans survive. These emotions are like an efficient alarm system, combined with our remarkable abilities of learning and memory. They move swiftly through our nervous systems, helping our minds and bodies to react instantly, aiding us in swiftly responding to crises and avoiding threats. This is not to suggest that we must passively accept our emotions, but rather to help us confront our current physical and mental states while understanding the lessons our emotions bring. When emotions arise, ask yourself, is this really the case? Starting from this understanding, we create an inner space that lets us realize intense emotions are actually just messages quickly transmitted by our minds and bodies, with every corner trying to grab our attention. We don't need to suppress these physical and mental responses. Instead, we can step back and ask ourselves, is this really the truth? Does this information reflect the whole picture? By asking this simple question, we start viewing our own and others' emotions from a broader perspective rather than being led by them. We soon discover that handling emotions is not about erasing negativity, donning a mask of kindness, or becoming insensitive. This process is about learning to face reality as a living being, to avoid being fully controlled by either negative or positive emotions. If we understand surrender, emotions can become a powerful gateway to inner transformation, especially during difficult times. When confronted with emotions triggered by the outside world, like news that makes us angry or sad or fills us with restlessness, we must first acknowledge it's just information and doesn't reveal the whole truth. Afterward, allow the emotions to surface. Let the anger arise, let the tears fall. Simply feel how tension travels through each corner of your body, how it makes you want to redirect your attention, vent, or cry. All these reactions are normal, we're just experiencing them. Interestingly, simply observing these emotions without judgment or following their threat grants us a kind of inner space. Within this space, everything is welcome, good and bad, strength and vulnerability, joy and sorrow. Even more fascinating is that by refraining from analyzing, explaining, or judging our emotional responses, we create the room for these feelings to naturally dissolve. In a few seconds, minutes, hours, or a day, the tension and emotional weight can quietly dissipate. On the surface, it might seem that so much is happening, fears, anxieties, stories of an eventful life. Yet none of it truly affects us. Consequently, we naturally respond to external events with ease, although the world outside remains unchanged. The internal obstacles have vanished. Surrender appears as though it's about accepting emotions, yet it is merely about embracing truth. In a world where external changes intensify, fear and a range of emotions are inevitable when facing the unknown. However, by mastering the key to handling emotions, we can treat fear and any other feeling as an entry point, constantly bringing ourselves back to what is real. Interestingly, with this approach, we begin to live from the strength within and replace the loop of fear with a positive, confident cycle.